There is a strange truth about life. The older we get, the more tired we often become. Not always because life is too heavy, but because the mind never truly gets to rest. We worry about the future, we dwell on the past, and little by little we lose the peace of the present moment. But what if there were a way to live more lightly, to worry less, and to calm the mind? What if that were possible? The story of the monk in this video may offer us a very deep answer. Paragraph 1. Few people would imagine that before becoming a calm and peaceful monk, he was once a very shy college student. He lived quietly, spoke very little, and often shut himself away in his room. There were days when he felt so lost that he did not know who to talk to. Stress, sadness, and exhaustion quietly piled up inside him. But it was during those very days that he began searching for a way out. Before he ever learned formal meditation, he would often go to the park, stand in the wind, take a deep breath, and quietly talk to the wind. He would send his worries, his pressure, and the things he could not tell anyone into the wind. It sounds simple, but that simplicity became his first way of healing. Nature does not judge. The wind does not answer. But sometimes, just having a place to release your heart is enough to make you feel lighter. And then, a major turning point appeared. He saw his teacher standing under the intense Texas sun. Still calm, still free, still peaceful. That image touched him deeply. And from that moment on, he chose the monastic path, beginning his journey toward true inner peace. Paragraph 2. From his own life experience, the monk offers young people a very thoughtful piece of advice. It is this: do not live too much in the future, because most of our fear does not come from reality. It comes from the things we imagine. We fear failure. We fear graduating without finding a job. We fear falling behind others. We fear choosing the wrong path. We fear not being good enough to build a good life. But the truth is, none of those things have happened yet. They exist only in our thoughts. The farther we think ahead, the more tangled the mind becomes. The more we worry, the more exhausted the heart grows. According to the monk, anxiety arises when we leave the present moment and run toward a future that does not yet exist. And that is how we lose our peace. On the other hand, if we know how to return to the present, we can regain our inner steadiness. When you study, just study. When you work, just work. When you live, be fully present in the moment you are in. The future is not built by fear. The future is built by the way we live today. So if you are feeling lost, do not try to control the entire road ahead. Focus on the step in front of you right now. Paragraph 3. The monk also emphasizes a very profound truth. The present is the seed of the future. If you want to know what your tomorrow will look like, look at how you are living today. If today you live in a rush, live carelessly, live without focus, then it is very hard to expect a strong and stable future. But if today you live with awareness, value your time, and give effort to even the smallest things, then your future will slowly begin to change. Many people believe success comes from doing more. But the monk reminds us of something different. Doing more is not always better. What matters is being fully present in whatever you are doing. When you study, just study. When you work, just work. When you rest, truly rest. A mind that is divided into too many pieces cannot produce great results. So, starting today, try changing through very small actions. Delay less. Reach for your phone less unconsciously. let your mind wander less, and practice placing your full attention on the most important thing in front of you. If you truly want your life to change, start today. Do not wait for motivation before you act. Act first, and motivation will follow. Paragraph 4. But saying it is easy. Doing it is much harder. Because the human mind does not like to stay still. The monk compares the mind to a monkey, always jumping, and always swinging from one branch to another. Sometimes it drags us back into the past, reminding us of things that are over, old stories, old wounds. At other times, it rushes into the future, worrying about what has not come yet, fearing things that have not even happened. And in this way, the mind never stops moving. That restless movement is what makes people tired, distracted, and unable to find real peace. In this age, everything becomes even more difficult. Our phones are always beside us. Social media is always waiting. Notifications keep appearing. We think we are resting. But in reality, the mind is still being pulled in every direction. Many times the body is here, but the mind is already far away. That is why the first step in training the mind is not forcing it to become quiet immediately. It is simply to notice, I am distracted. I am being carried away. I am not truly living in the present moment. Only when we can see that clearly can we begin bringing the mind back. Paragraph 5. In the end, the monk shows us that training the mind is not something distant or complicated. It is a very close and human journey, a very ordinary one. And it begins with patience toward ourselves. He compares the mind to an energetic little dog. When it runs all over the place, we do not need to yell at it. We do not need to punish it. We only need to gently bring it back. The human mind is the same. Whenever you are anxious, whenever you are distracted, whenever you are pulled into negative thoughts, do not rush to blame yourself. Gently bring yourself back. Back to the breath. Back to your footsteps. Back to the task in front of you. You may have to do this many times. But that is okay. That repeated returning is exactly what will slowly help your mind become calmer, stronger, and lighter. So here is the advice for you. Do not wait until you are completely exhausted to learn how to care for your inner life. Start today. Live a little less hurriedly. Depend a little less on your phone. Give yourself a few minutes each day to sit still, to breathe, to listen to yourself. Peace is not somewhere far away. It begins in the moment you truly return to the present. Ending life will still have pressure, still have difficulties, still have days that leave us tired. But if we learn how to hold our mind, how to return to the present, how to listen to the breath and observe the mind, then we will slowly gain the strength to heal ourselves. And perhaps that is the greatest gift each of us can give to ourselves. If this video spoke to your heart, leave a comment. I choose to slow down. And do not forget to like and subscribe so we can continue this journey together toward inner peace.